It's time for another episode of The Oil Stream with Dustin Nielsen and Tom Gazzola, presented by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
Nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Oil Stream. Nielsen and Gazzola with you here at Boston Pizza in Namao, and a lot of people here tonight. So
what's up?
Yeah, look at this.
Thank you.
God. Yeah, I wish we could get fired every week. The support's been terrific. So, yeah, no, it's been good. We are gathered here for the 8th anniversary party of Connor McDavid being drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. 8 years ago today, buddy.
I remember that day vividly. We were both there.
We were there.
It was an interesting week at Fort Lauderdale.
It was a lot of fun at that draft.
A lot of fun. A lot of crazy stuff happened. And then, sure enough, the franchise cornerstone changed that day. So, yeah.
I had Gary Bettman on my show that morning, and that's the last time he ever came on because I asked him when he was going to relocate the Florida Panthers, and he did not like that. He did not like that one bit. So we're also here. Obviously, we're going to watch Connor McDavid win the Hart Trophy again, and we'll get into that a little bit as we work our way through this episode. As always, the Oil Stream brought to you by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats, and we do monthly episodes live at Boston Pizza locations, and we are here for this one. And what a setup. They got the new summer menu coming tomorrow.
Yep.
We might get a sneak peek of that bad boy, and I mean, I don't know, I feel awkward in this, but you look great at home. You look great today, buddy.
I feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
My dad brought his whole golfing crew out. My mom is here. The family's here.
Yeah.
This is awesome. We got listeners and just hanging out.
A lot of AM nasties, which is awesome. That's sweet.
Huge thank you to Tara for listening to my dad and finally caving to him getting live oil stream at BP Namao. So that's for my dad Reno. So
we're gonna do one for my parents too. It's an 8-hour drive to Cranbrook, but we're gonna go get that done too. So that'll be awesome. I think that'll be good. All right, Connor McDavid's about to win his Hart trophies. We do this. You'll watch it a little bit later on Twitter. So he would have already won it by then. But, you know, when you look at Connor, if you go to Connor McDavid's Hockey DB page, it's ridiculous. It looks like something from the 80s with the stats and all the awards that he's won. Is he even better than you thought he was going to be when we were in Florida and they drafted him?
He's not as good as Austin Matthews.
No, that's right.
I'm kidding. I'm being booed.
You look so ridiculous on this.
I know, that fits the statement I just made. Yes, he's even better than we thought he was going to be.
I think he's better than we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, 150 points. I mean, the leg almost being decapitated in Calgary the 1 year, and he just keeps getting better and better. When people say he can't do something, he shoves it in their face and he does it, right? So the next thing for him is to win a Stanley Cup. He's been absolutely amazing. He's the next evolution of hockey player. That is what Connor McDavid is, and we're witnessing it again, and it's a treat. And sometimes we have to pinch ourselves when we watch him do amazing things and the way he scores goals. And he has a great group around him to help elevate him, which is crazy to even think, but it's possible. And this year is I think the staple year for him individually, and then eventually I think it's likely that we're going to talk about the staple year for him winning a Stanley Cup, and that's for the team as well. And they're there, Dusty. They're there, and he is the driving force, obviously.
He reminds me of the Shermanator in American Pie, who was a sophisticated sex robot sent back in time to change. That's what Connor McDavid is. He's a sophisticated hockey robot sent back in time to change the way we all view the game. Like, that's how ridiculous he is. Of course, he's engaged now, so his whole life's about to go to shit. But congratulations to Connor McDavid on getting engaged.
Yes.
It looked like an excellent setup there too. Very romantic.
Muskoka's beautiful this time of year, cottage country in Ontario. So congratulations to him and Lauren. She's a lovely girl, and he's a nice young man. And now, as my mom put it, we're waiting for Leon.
That'll happen too. They're buddies, right? They gotta get everything.
Saying, what?
They gotta get everything taken care of. Oh, here's the. This is on the new summer menu here at Boston Pizza. These are the old classic fish bowl, but
look at this.
Which one do you want? Here, you can take. You take the yellow one.
Okay.
And I'll take the red one.
Thank you, Tara.
And what do we do with the Red Bull? Do we pour it in it? Okay. Here, I'll pour it in there. My blood pressure medication is not going to like this.
Well, you don't sleep anyway, so this is perfect.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Here, have a little bit of that. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, I'll take 2 pills tonight. Everything will be equal. All right, so this is on the menu. This is What do we got here? This one is the Summerberry Red Bull Fish Bowl.
Yep.
And you got the Tropical Wine Fish Bowl. I don't know if I was supposed to put Red Bull in yours, but
$15.99. We did it anyway.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Here's to Connor McDavid. Oh, that's tasty.
On a patio.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, patios are
better
open.
than a Guinness.
Ooh,
I'll tell you that much.
That's really tasty, actually. That's good. That's on the summer menu, which actually launches. It's Monday night. It launches on Tuesday at all the Boston Pizzas. So, that would sit
really good.
very well on a patio. Yeah, that's excellent stuff. As far as the NHL awards go, Stuart Skinner ends up finishing second in Calder voting behind Matty Beniers, who kind of ran away with it. But Skinner got 24 first-place votes, which I think you have to be pretty happy with. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Sure. I mean, obviously he'd like to win it, but I suppose he did have a tough playoff. There's no denying that, obviously. But there has been some conversation, is Stuart Skinner going to be the guy? I don't see it. Some people bring that up with us, and it's like, relax. Whenever he takes a next step in his career, whether it's going from junior to the ECHL, from the ECHL to the AHL, from the AHL to the NHL, it's not a perfect, ascension for him, and he has a bit of a falter, and then he gets better the next time around. And I think we witnessed that in the playoffs with Stuart Skinner. And then this is, I think, in a way, with him getting that many votes for the Calder, kind of a reminder of how he's perceived outside of this market and by people in the National Hockey League, around the league. They look at Stuart Skinner and they say, you've got something there. That is a guy that you could probably win with. And we're watching teams win Stanley Cup. I mean, we talked about it during the playoff run. Aiden Hill. Yeah. Where was Aiden Hill? He was like 5th on the depth chart by the time the playoffs started. Next thing you know, one guy gets hurt, Laurent Brossoit, who was a surprise to start for the Golden Knights. Logan Thompson's out. Jonathan Quick's done. He's old. And Robin Leonard was on the shelf all season. They were using Yuri Patera, for crying out loud. Aiden Hill wins a Stanley Cup. I mean, you never know. But if you got a guy that you can count on, is going to get you 30 wins a season, you're in a good spot. So
Skinner finishes second in the Calder. Do you think he's ever in a spot where he's like nominated for a Vezina? Like, do you think he has that in him, or
maybe? Why not? Why not? Did we think Ullmark would be a guy like that? I mean, he was on some bad Buffalo
Lowtide
teams.
did.
Lowtide
always loved Ullmark. So he did. But
why not? I mean, it's.
You know what?
If they have a monster year and he's playing 60 games,
I think what would happen is if Jack Campbell got hurt, Skinner had to play like 60, 65 games and won like 42 of them or something, then he could find himself in that conversation.
When the team's that good, the goalie gets a lot of love, and that could happen.
All right, let's dive into Inside the Numbers for Cool Bet. Stay cool. Bet responsibly with our partners at Cool Bet Canada, part of the presenting sponsor of the Nielsen Media Cool Bet Network. Yep. And so Connor McDavid's wrapping up his 3rd Hart Trophy. Over or under 6.5 in his career?
26 years old, I will go with the over.
Okay, but now think about how ridiculous that is.
But that's how.
No, I get it. I understand.
We just talked about what kind of player he is, a next evolution of hockey player. Yes, he's right in the prime of his career, and I think nothing's stopping him. I think he does it. What, 3 more times, 4 more times?
It would be 4 more times. Yeah.
4 more times. Yeah, I could see it happening.
That's just incredible. Like, we're expecting this guy to win 7 Hart trophies. I agree with you.
He should have won it last year.
Yeah, I know.
He really should have won.
He should have won it last year.
I made the Austin Matthews joke, but seriously, that was a joke, the fact that Matthews got it.
Yeah. I've done a pretty good job staying straight-faced while you wear those glasses for this entire episode. No, I think it's just your new look. All right, so that's your Inside the Numbers for Cool Bet. We are saying that he will win more. Well, we're saying he will win 7 Hart trophies or more in his career, which is absolutely insane, but he is that good. Let's dive into your Boston Pizza appetizer here. Of course, the patio is open at all of your Boston Pizza locations, and you get your hands on these new summer fish bowls. They are terrific. Taylor Hall, the chosen one, the first overall pick. Taylor Hall traded again today, basically as a cap dump from Boston, where I thought Taylor Hall played pretty well there. So what's going on here? Why is Taylor Hall traded again? And why is he going to another shitty team?
I don't know. Unless Chicago really thinks he's going to be a centerpiece or a building block for them to turn it around when they get Connor Bedard. I'm not sure, but I was surprised, and Foligno going as well. Good for Ian Mitchell going to a great franchise that might give him a chance to play. He's a great Edmonton area kid. But Taylor Hall is kind of like an afterthought now. Isn't that crazy after the Hart Trophy season that he had? He's basically just a toss-in, it feels like, for
that's what his deal was.
All these things. Yeah, like Buffalo trades him. Goes to the Coyotes. The Coyotes, in the bubble end up making it into the postseason. He's just kind of like a forgotten man almost. And this is another sign of that, I think.
So, do you think he plays? Does he get traded partway through next year for picks to a team loading up for a run? Or
I have no idea. Just when he looks like he might win something.
I know.
Back to
you get that close, and I wonder like his overall impact on the Bruins. They must not have thought very much of it, which is weird to me because I thought he fit well.
Last summer, before Bruce Cassidy got fired, we thought Jake DeBrusk was going to be a guy that was going to be on the block, and all of a sudden they're trading Taylor Hall instead.
Yeah, that's true.
Cassidy wins the Stanley Cup with the Vegas Golden Knights. It's crazy how the hockey world turns like that and spits you out and chews you up and all that stuff.
All right, it is the Oil Stream. We are live at Boston Pizza, and will be another Boston Pizza next month, and then the month following that, and all the way through next season as well. And we look forward to all of those. Now they come off. Seems like weird timing. Well, they saved and took it off like a dramatic moment or something. I don't know. Leave them on, and then at some point take them off very dramatically when something big happens.
There we go.
I think that would be funnier.
Okay.
All right, let's dive into some of the rumors that have been popping up a little bit.
Sure.
Starting with Connor Brown, who's obviously close with Connor McDavid. I think a few people were saying that he might be looking at like 3-year deal, $3 million per, which kind of sounds well. I mean, they can't even sign their own guys right now, so I don't know how they're going to get Connor Brown. But do you think they find a way to navigate their way to Connor Brown, or do they want to? What are you hearing?
How can he ask for that much when he didn't even play last year, really?
Yeah, it's a big ask.
That is a
big
big
ask. And now that's
ask.
just those suggestions, right? Like, we'll see what happens.
No, I get it. But they had interest in him last year. They were trying to get him out of Ottawa, and even throughout the season, his name popped up in discussions in the press box, and we knew that this would be a target, that the Oilers would be looking at Connor Brown. He kind of fits the mold. Is he the sexy right winger that people
Is he a poor man Zach Hyman?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He's a responsible player, right?
No disrespect in any way.
No.
That's not what I'm trying to do here. But exactly.
But he gets you 40 points, and you're okay with that. He
Yeah.
works hard. I think he kills penalties. He doesn't get hurt, and not to take shots at Yamamoto, but he's just a bigger dude, and I think that. And
he's not huge. He's like 6 feet tall.
Right,
but that's like 5 inches taller than Yamamoto.
165 pounds, right? That's a huge difference, and he blew out his knee last year, and that's tough. So he's more sturdy, I would say, outside of getting your knee blown out, than a guy like Calder Yamamoto, who just the impact in a big man's game. He felt it, and he was out pretty much a huge chunk of the season with one ailment after another.
All right, so here's where this is where you do the glasses removal.
Okay.
Could you foresee a scenario where they trade a pick with Yamamoto to free up the cap space and sign Connor Brown?
Do the CSI Miami. Yes. Yes,
you could see that scenario?
Yeah, absolutely. If they feel like that solidifies it.
Breaking news. Connor McDavid has won the Hart Trophy.
He might even smile.
He's won the Hart Trophy right there. Round of applause.
Look at that.
It
looks like
he's doing
fun.
a real speech.
Look at that. What a guy. What a guy.
We're going to have to go back and watch this later, but he looks like he's putting together a real nice speech there.
Look at that. He thought about this.
You know what that is? That's a mature, engaged man.
That's a guy that's going to win 4 more Hart trophies right there.
That's right. 4 more. First of 7 or 8 more,
right.
I guess. No, but you think they could move Yamamoto and picks? So basically you would be trading, let's say, Yamamoto and a third to get Connor Brown as a free agent.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think that's a wise decision of assets, like management of assets?
Well, the only options that they have right now is that second-round pick, trading back to accumulate more picks if they don't have the guy that they want when they pick in the second round. And then, obviously, they're trying to move Yamamoto as well. So, yeah, that is good asset management. They're going to have to restock the shelves in a different way. They're going to have to go and use their picks next year. It sucks for the scouts and all of that, but, yeah, absolutely. If it makes your team and it solidifies your top 6 and you want to win now, then put your money where your mouth is. You do that move.
Connor McDavid's speech just ended.
Wow.
That was a really long speech by Connor McDavid.
Wow.
That's really impressive.
That was good. It looks like a great time in Nashville.
It
no
does.
one has
it
fun
looks,
there, by
it looks
the way.
looks like a really good time in Nashville. We're having a great time here at Boston Pizza as well. Erik Karlsson wants to be traded to a winner. I saw somebody today, I think there was an article from the boys at The Nation or something about how can they make it happen.
They can't.
Okay. We don't want to dive into it any further?
Listen,
I'll take it further. I'll say they shouldn't. How's that sound?
They shouldn't. Yes, they need to address their defense. They're going to see what Cody Ceci is like. Yes, they probably need another veteran guy. You can make that trade in season. We talked about it last year. We talked about Tyson Barrie. They did it in season. They flipped him for Ekholm. That was a costly trade, but the rewards were being reaped by the Oilers after that move. So the Erik Karlsson thing, do you even think, Dusty, let's go on this hypothetical tangent, if they went and got him, is he the right defenseman for them?
No, that's why I said they shouldn't.
That was
my first thing, yeah.
The Oilers talked to the Sharks, okay? It didn't go further than that. There was no offer. It was the players talking at the All-Star game. It was the Sharks setting out their price to the Oilers. They talked about it. It didn't go anywhere after that. And I don't think there's a way to make it happen.
I just think whoever lands Erik Karlsson is taking a huge risk because he just had his healthy year.
Yes.
Is he going to do that again? History says no, he's not going to go back-to-back
good.
healthy seasons. He's probably going to play 50 games and probably have 52 points.
Yep.
And then the team's going to miss him for the next 30 games.
Exactly.
Which is a major kick in the balls, but that's the situation that Erik Karlsson finds himself in. Yep. So it is draft week. Obviously, the awards in Nashville. Draft coming up in Nashville. The Oilers don't go in with a lot of ammo here.
3 picks.
But is it just 3?
Just 3 picks.
Third,
second, and fifth and sixth.
Second? Man, that's not much.
No.
So what do they do? Is it just they make 3 picks and that's it? They come home
I checked in today. Says I'm told nothing's cooking outside of the fried chicken in Nashville, and it's pretty quiet heading into the weekend. I'll check in again on Friday when we do our next show. But outside of if their guy that they want isn't there in the second round, they could look to accumulate more picks, start to restock the shelves by trading back for a couple of other picks by using that second rounder. So that's kind of where they're at. It is quiet right now. Maybe that changes, but it doesn't sound like they're anticipating that to happen.
You said the fried chicken down in Nashville, which brings me back to this new summer menu launching tomorrow at Boston Pizza. The Korean fried chicken sandwich is on the menu.
Is it spicy?
Along with these beef antojitos?
Antojitos.
Is that how you say it? Antojitos,
I think
probably.
So. Antojitos.
Anyway, they look delicious. But it's all on that new summer menu that is launching on Tuesday, June 27th at Boston Pizza. Now, if they just keep the second pick and use it, is it the classic BPA situation, or do you think they're leaning, let's say they got 2 players that are very closely graded. One's a forward, one's a defenseman. Do you think they lean one way or the other? Do you think they should lean one way or the other?
They'll probably go with need in terms of where they're thin in the organization, and where would we say that they're thin now? Defense.
Probably on the blue line, right? Yeah.
So I would
who else do they have coming now?
Phil Kemp.
Draft a defenseman then.
Right.
That's what you're saying in that situation, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Now, Desharnais just sort of graduated, and Broberg.
In that weird transition phase.
Yeah.
So, I think, defensively, they need to start restocking the shelves, and that's, I'm assuming, where they're going to lean out. It's very quiet around them right now.
Well, let's just quickly stick with Broberg for a second, because I saw his name pop up and said they might be willing to include him in a deal to get something done.
Sure.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be opposed to it. It's not like he's 2 years post-draft. This guy was drafted, 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
He was Ken Holland's first draft pick.
Yeah. So 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years in, you're still is there a player there?
I think so.
I think you would have liked to have known by now more, though, of what he's going to be. Right?
The sample size is small. He's had his struggles. He has had some good looks, but in the moment where they're at now, is he the right guy? Do you have the patience? You just went through this with Evan Bouchard, who finally popped, which is great. Do you have time to do the same thing with Philip Broberg, who, when he was playing with Bouchard, those guys struggled?
Yeah, I don't know if you got time to do that, man. If you can sacrifice him for another Ekholm on the right side, affordable somehow, I'd pull the trigger on something like that. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how that plays out. Okay, so let's wrap this episode of the Oil Stream with a fun little game.
Okay.
In a perfect world, coming back from the draft with like one shocking move that, maybe he's been lurking around a little bit, what would make Oilers fans really happy coming back from Nashville? Okay, no, not Erik Karlsson. Outside of Erik Karlsson, what would make Oilers fans very happy? Can I? I got one.
You go ahead, because they're never happy, really.
And this is one that it's probably impossible. I also think they should probably address defense anyway.
Yes.
But I'd like to see them come back with Travis Konechny from the Philadelphia Flyers. My God. That would be amazing.
Well, the Karlsson thing was far-fetched. The Konechny thing doesn't sound like there's legs.
It's a little more realistic than Karlsson.
It's a little more realistic, but I was told it's not.
Yeah, but that's
really something.
But that's why it's a fun idea.
It is a fun idea. So they would be very happy. You have the answer where I didn't. Well, you can't really please all Oiler fans at once.
Somebody has to step up.
Country.
Somebody has to step up in these situations.
You're the hero.
I managed to do that today. I'm the winner of the episode.
You are.
That's great. All right, so that's going to do it for another episode of the Oil Stream. Tell me cheers with these things.
My friend.
Summer menu.
Great call yesterday at the Elks game.
Yeah, thanks, man. Speaking of the Elks, Popeyes is at Commonwealth now, both sides of the stadium. So
I had one yesterday.
When the Elks are down by 20, you can go get yourself a Popeyes chicken sandwich to ease away the pain, which will be nice. Huge thanks to our partners at Coolbet, obviously. And if you want to bet on the NHL draft, and who doesn't, you can do that actually over at Coolbet. Stay cool, though, and bet responsibly with our partners at Coolbet.
I just want to say thank you to the Elks for doing the 1260 night.
Yeah, that was nice.
And thank you to everyone who showed up last night at the game. It was absolutely fantastic to actually talk to everyone, put a face to names, and it wasn't just aliases. And it means a lot. I know people are missing us on the air, and we're missing doing that as well. So it's a two-way street. So huge thanks to the Elks. That was a lot of fun. Great idea. And I think we've got something cooking with the Riverhawks, too. Yeah, we'll be at the Riverhawks game on Wednesday. Yeah. And that'll be a lot of fun, too. The whole crew there. Riverhawks games are a great time. So you can certainly go check that out. And actually, Boston Pizza's teamed up with the Riverhawks this year, getting some kids out there to the games, too. So that's awesome as well. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Oil Stream. And, hey, thanks to everybody who came out tonight. That's awesome. Thanks a lot. Congratulations to Connor McDavid, another Hart Trophy, first of probably a dozen that he's going to get in his illustrious career. I don't know if he gets a cup, but he's going to get a lot more Harts. Yeah, I like his chances. Which will be pretty good. All right, Tommy, get us out of here, buddy. All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, big thank you to everyone here at BP's. We love doing this, especially on location. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. YouTube, baby. We're going big on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Yes, subscribe to YouTube. Let's just leave it at that. All right. That does it for this edition of the Oil Stream. Gazzola Nielsen out.